Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today I'm going to be doing my top 10 most expensive pops for 2017. These are my expensive ones. I thought I'd show these off because not everybody goes to my pop price guide, which is actually linked in the description if you guys want to see my entire collection. But let's go over my top 10s, how I got them, how expensive they are, and why I like them so much. Let's get started. Okay, so if you're unaware, I actually have the prices set up over there, and we're going to start from my 10th most expensive, go to my first expensive. So let's start with this one here. This one is Sandy Cheeks. I don't actually have the box for her anymore. This is one of the first ones that I got. This one's worth $75, I believe. Yep, $75. I'm just checking the prices as I go. She's really cool because she's got the dome over top of her. What I like about it is that her head actually turns with the dome. Some of them don't, and then just the dome turns and it doesn't work. But I think this one's really cool. She's got the nice bushy tail on the back there. I like the red and blue going down. This looks just like Sandy does, and this is a really detailed character for, I believe, 2012? Yeah, 2012. This one, SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, Squidward, all those ones, Patrick, are very detailed, and I like this one a lot. They also made Plankton, if you guys didn't know, but it was him with a Shredder helmet on. And it came with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle SpongeBob, and he had a spatula and everything in his hand. It was cool, but that was the only way you could get Plankton, but this one was a really cool one, and I'm glad I got this one. I picked this one up over at Hot Topic years ago, guys. They had all of them there, too. Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, Sandy. If I could, I would have gotten all of them, but of course, I only got this one because I thought this one looked the coolest out of all of them, and this one is the most expensive now out of all of them, so I think I'm glad that I got this one, but, you know, I just wish I could have got the whole set when I saw them in the store. I wanted to do a video on that, too, maybe where I talk about all of the expensive ones that I've seen in stores that I haven't picked up, or that I should have picked up, but I didn't really have the money to pick them up at the time, so it's kind of like ones that I had seen before and maybe didn't know they were going to be expensive, or ones that I thought would get expensive but didn't pick up, and all this stuff. So if you guys want to see that video, put it in the comment section below. But number 10, guys, we have Sandy Cheeks. Second up here, guys, we have one that I got very recently, and it is Maleficent. Now, this one is worth $80, and this one's actually really cool. What I like about it is that its head doesn't turn, which is nice. So it's not like kind of like, you know, articulated and then its head's tilted upwards like this instead of downwards like that. I think this one does look really good, though. I do like Maleficent, how it's got like the fin on the back here a few times. It's got the three really going up, down here and there. And then the tail curling around really nicely. It's got the two kind of gills-ish things on the sides. And then this is the only part, I'd mention this every time, but this is the only part that's actually kept from Maleficent because like the hood she wears. So this part kind of sticking up is like the part of Maleficent to make it look more like her. Otherwise, it's really just a purple and black dragon with green eyes. But I do really like the green eyes, like I just mentioned. I do like the way they didn't do the entire green. They kind of gave it like an eyelid there. I think that looks nice. But I've talked about this pop so many times that I just... One thing that I don't like about it is that I feel like they should have painted the nails or like the claws a different color because it's the same color as the feet. I feel like that would have looked a little better. Even like a dark purple would be cool. I don't remember what color they were in the movie, but... I mean, really, guys, I think it would have been just like a little nice added touch to it if they did add something, but let's move on to the next one. Woo! Okay, guys, so after that, we have the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. Now, this one is really cool. This one is worth $80, and it's funny. I picked up three of them. It was Vampire Teddy with Jack Skellington. It was this one, and then it was the Patina Cthulhu, and if you guys don't know those ones, those were all New York Comic Con ones. Those were the only three that were exclusive to Hot Topic that year, and I decided to pick up all three of them. And I was like, okay, it's $50. It's kind of expensive. I even think, like, I don't remember. I was trying to think about if there was more of them. But no, I think there was only those three that year. And this one is now worth $80. So that's worth more than the three of them put together. And the lady even at Hot Topic, I didn't really know any people at Hot Topic at the time, any of the workers or anything. But the lady there did say that she thought that these were going to get more expensive just because of what they are. And this one was the one that became more expensive. It doesn't look anything like a pop. And actually, if you guys didn't know, usually your Game of Thrones pops will fit on here, depending on how big their feet are and everything. But most of them do, and I think that looks really cool when you put them on there. I also think it got expensive because it looks nothing like a pop, like I said. But I do like the way they put the swords on there, and they didn't make them too sharp for you, so it's not going to hurt or anything. But I do like the way it looks. They kind of popified the swords, which I think is kind of hard to do. You know, you take a chair and you make it look popified. I mean, that's hard to do in itself. But look, guys, they kind of hollowed it out in the bottom here. But other than that, I think it sits really nicely. It's a really cool addition to your Game of Thrones collection. Again, looks nothing like a pop. Kind of like the rose, but... Again, guys, really cool. Next up, we have a really cool one, which is, I gotta find out how much it's worth. It's $85 on the Pop Price Guide. I'm just kind of checking. It's at a distance here because I'm charging my laptop. And it is Fionna and Cake. I think this one looks amazing. This is an HMV exclusive. This was exclusive to this one in Canada. I don't believe that they made one of these exclusive to FYE as well, because they do that now where they used to do it so it was like FYE/HMV because Canadians didn't have FYE, or they don't have FYE, so usually they did both, but here they have it. So it's like they took 2 pop boxes and just smashed them together, because you can see the Fiona, and then it looks like the normal box would go to about there, but then they just flipped it and did Cake on the other side, which I think looks really cool. This one was $15, normally $30, and now it's worth $85, so I think that's really cool. Then on the back here, guys, you can see Fionna and Cake. It is Cartoon Network, of course. Now, if you guys don't know who these are, this is the alternate versions of Jake and Finn, which are really cool, and they're kind of like the female versions of them, which I think looks awesome in general. But I do like this 2-pack a lot, and I wish they did their 2-packs in these boxes like this, but I believe their 2-packs are more kind of like, I gotta stop, hold on, Bailey's barking, I'll be back in a second. So we're back now. Bailey's kind of quieted down now. We got him a carrot and everything. But here it is here, guys. Like I said, I don't remember where I was talking about. Oh, like the top and how I wish they made the 2-packs look like this still. But I think the 2-packs now have like a thicker cardboard. So I think this is like a thinner one, kind of like the normal boxes. But all in all, this is a great one. And I think they should make more of these. I think they should make more of these like this because, you know, it looks a little bit cooler how they're like almost like a 2-pack, like made to look like 1-packs put together. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the next one. Now this next one's huge. This one's worth $95. It went down from $125 because they'd only sold one of them, and now they've sold like 4 or 5, so the average kind of went down a bit. But here it is here, guys. It is the 6-pack of the Winter Series Wetmore Forest characters. Now, I was waiting for something like this because I figured they would do this, but I don't know. There's just something about this one that I like a lot more than the original. It's got Tumblebee, Butterhorn, Snaggletooth, Bugsy, Wignut, Chester, McFreckle, and then Pickles. And all of these guys look really cool. I think they look amazing. This is 3,000 pieces. It's flocked. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is that the front of mine is kind of dipped in a bit there, and you got to kind of pull it out a bit. I mean, other than that, I think it looks good. And also, I believe that Snaggletooth on the far left there, yeah, right here, he's kind of tipped out a bit. So once I take these out of the box, I can fix them. But he's, yeah, if you guys can kind of see here, he's been tipped up a bit, but I can fix that. The box is pretty bad on this one, but because of how big it is, I'm probably going to take him out anyway so I can display him on the shelf nicer. But they all are flocked, so I don't know if I want to keep them in the box or not. It's kind of a toss-up for me. But like I said, guys, it's worth $95, and this is the one exclusive to the Christmas. They're Christmas 12 Days of Funko that they do every year. And, well, this is their 2nd year now because they did it on the Funko shop. Yeah, it's really dented down here and the top. But the box isn't what I care about. I care more about the pops in this one just because I didn't think it was going to come in great condition because of how big this box is. You guys can see here the original colors of them there, and then the 1 through 6 on the back. Now, I believe that if I'm not mistaken, they're also making villains of the Wetmore Forest characters next year. So that'll be really cool to see what they do with those. But for now, we just have these 6, and I think they are really cool, and I'm glad I got them in a huge 6-pack like this. Now that one's really cool, but it's 6 pops for $95, so I mean it's not that expensive for each pop. But if you're looking at this one here, this is Indiana Jones from the Temple of Doom, and I believe this one is also worth $95. I keep checking here. This one is a Disney Parks exclusive. I picked up 2 of these when I got them because I thought I could sell another one, and I think I sold it online for $70, I think it was, someone wanted it for. And I mean, guys, here's the thing. I say that flippers are a bad thing if you're going to buy like 30 of them per thing, and then you don't, you flip them online and you flip them for $100 each. I get that. That's bad. But if you're buying one of them, guys, and then just going to sell one more, I don't think that's horrible. And that's what I did here. And here is my Indiana Jones, guys. I sold one of them online for $70, $75, I think I said, like I said earlier. Now, of course, this pop protector got really damaged on the side, but at least it was this and not the pop. It's hit in the corner here, and then it was also hit on the front here, but the good thing is it still doesn't get to the actual pop. And if you guys can see here, let me take this off for you, just so you can see it a bit better. Look at it. So this got damaged on the sides here. It's cracked all the way here and cracked on the side here. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but I think it still saves the pop anyway. But again, guys, this is really cool. I'm glad that I got this one. This one would happen to be coming out one day while we were in Disney. I think it was California even, so that's pretty cool. This is number 200 in the Pop Movies line, I believe it is. Or Pop Movies, I think it is. And he's really cool. This was the first Indiana Jones to hit, I believe. Because there's Indiana Jones, this one, there's Indiana Jones with the idol in his hand, and then there's Indiana Jones in his ride, which is really cool. Again, guys, this one's one of those ones that you don't see all the time. All Indiana Jones are exclusive to Comic-Con or Disney World, so that's why I think this one's really rare and just different in general. But anyways, guys, let's move on to, this is the 4th most expensive. Let's move on to that one. For this next one, guys, this is actually the first Chase Pop that I've ever gotten. This is one that I got when Target was still in Canada, and this is my Chase Metallic Batman. Now, this one's one of those ones that I've tried to keep in box for as long as I can. If you guys remember old videos, we took them out. And it was actually the first Pop review that we ever did on the channel. So I think that's pretty cool. Down here, guys, it's, you know, I believe this came out July 2012, 2010, I think it was. July 13th, 2010, I think. Something like that. But, pretty cool. Anyways, this is DC Universe #1. This is the Chase Pop. This is worth $100 now. I think that's really expensive for these, but I mean, it's super cool. And I mean, it has been out for years, so you're probably not going to find one of these now. I don't believe this one's retired just because it's the first Batman one. I think it'd be crazy if they did retire this one, because they still sell some of them every once in a while. You see them every once in a while, but it's not that... I mean, it's pretty hard to find them, but they're not that hard to get, you know what I mean? Like the original ones. So to find the Chase one, I mean, that's even cooler. But they're usually worth about $100, $125 when you're finding them on eBay or Amazon. But this one's $100 on the Pop Price Guide right now. And there's a little bit of a flaw with him where his eye's a little lower than it should be. But it's a Chase Pop, so I couldn't turn it down for that. But overall, guys, I love this Pop a lot. This one's not the Error Chase, which would have been really cool as well. But all in all, guys, I think this one's awesome. And let's move on to the 3rd most expensive. Now, my 3rd most expensive is kind of an odd one here. This is the 7-Eleven exclusive Rey Mysterio, worth, I believe it says 110 there, 105. There it is here, guys. It's worth like 105, which is kind of crazy. The Batman's worth 100. Now, the difference between this one and the other one is this one he's wearing like a turquoise suit, and the other one he's wearing like a dark blue suit. So that is a pretty big difference, but all in all, guys, I love this Pop a lot. I think this one looks great. I mean, they did give him his tattoos, which look pretty good, and it's got like the cross there, and then it says Mexican, and then it's got I believe there's like flames or somewhat on the sides there, and then he's got 619 tattooed on him on the arm. So I mean, he looks really cool. I love the 7-Eleven exclusive sticker. Now they're also going to be making new 7-Eleven exclusives, which I'm excited about. It's a Deadpool exclusive to there, and it's for Deadpool 2 coming out. Now #1 in this is John Cena, CM Punk, The Rock, Sheamus, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Rey Mysterio. So I'm glad that this one was the cool exclusive, and if it was a Chase version, I think it would have been worth less, but because it's so old, I mean, they could have been worth a lot, maybe even a lot more. But 7-Eleven doesn't really do exclusives anymore besides that Deadpool one coming out. And if you guys want to get that one, ask your local store to order them, because they can only order them once, and after that they can't order them again. So remind your 7-Elevens to order them, just so that way you can get one for sure. I don't even know what it is yet, but it would be cool to see it. But here it is here, guys, and this is the cool Rey Mysterio, and this is worth 105 bucks, which is really surprising. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the next one. So for my 2nd most expensive one, we actually have Queen Amidala. Now this one I found over at Old Navy, and the box was completely damaged. I could have got one way before, and I didn't think it was going to get that expensive. So what I did was I bought one, but it wasn't the best box. There was only one left, and it's worth $115, which I think is a crazy amount. But this is Queen Amidala. She is very different. Her hair's huge. This is another prequel Pop, and I think this one got expensive because you don't see too many prequel Pops, if you know what I mean. So this one's awesome. This one does come off the base, and she doesn't really need it, but she's got like this big dress down here, so I guess she doesn't really need the base, like I said. But they always give them the bases, so I mean, it looks cool. I like it a lot. I think I like the way the hair looks. I also like the way, you know, she's got like her almost like her headdress kind of thing going around here. That also looks pretty good. I mean, the little dots around the bottom, it looks just like she does. Like, her dress looks just like it does in the actual movie. I think she was a really cool character in the actual, you know, prequels. I mean, people don't like them as much as the original ones, but I do think they are pretty good anyways. I mean, minus the Phantom Menace, I think. But anyways, guys, this one's really cool. I don't have much to talk about for this one just because, you know, it's just an out-of-the-box Pop. I have the box. It's just not a great box. The box is over there somewhere. You guys can probably see it in the background next to Zombie Kenny's box. But anyways, guys, let's move on to my most expensive Pop. Woo!
Better out than in, I always say.
Okay, guys, so my #1 most expensive Pop is, it's worth $380, which is crazy. We went from $125 to $380. So, or $115, sorry, $115 to $380. Now, this is my biggest Pop ever. This is my well, okay. Groot is taller technically, but I keep this one in box so it looks bigger. This is my, we're not aiming for the truck.
Buzz, we missed the truck.
This is Buzz Lightyear. 9-inch Buzz Lightyear. I got this one over on Gemini Collectibles. They were having a damaged box / paint flaw sale. And the only paint flaw is his eyebrows are a little off, so nothing at all. If you keep it in box, you can't even tell. He's huge, guys. I think he looks awesome. This is 360 pieces, limited edition to San Diego Comic-Con. I think this one looks amazing. This one's great. I like it so much, guys. This one has to be my favorite. You don't see this one too often because he's on the top of the shelf normally, but I think this one's huge. His head looks huge. He even has this little kind of like chin swirl there, which is really cool. And then also on the back here, guys, there's Maleficent and Steamboat Willie 9-inch. I really want to get that 9-inch Steamboat Willie, but it's worth so much now. But overall, guys, this one's amazing. I think this one's probably my favorite pop that I own. That's a 9-inch one like this, like a big one. But my favorite smaller one is kind of like Indiana Jones, of course. But again, guys, great pop, great thing in general. I'm glad I got this so cheap. My grandpa got this one for me for Christmas a while ago. It was $65, like I said, and that's just amazing. I mean, it shot up from $65 to $380. I can't imagine how expensive it would be in probably like 2 or 3 years from now. They haven't sold too many of these online just because there's only 360 of them. Because they're so big as well, they're probably going for so much. People aren't willing to put down $300, probably $420 for each one, just because how much people are asking for them. But anyways, guys, that is my top 10 Funko Pops that I own that are the most expensive. And later on this year, I'm going to be doing top 10 best Funko Pops and top 10 worst Funko Pops overall for this year. I want to do that. I know Collecting Plastic has done it already, but I'm going to try and steer away from what he's done because I watched his video, and some of the stuff that he put in his is going to be in mine, but I'm going to try and get my own stuff because he only did top 5. I'm going to try and do top 10 and do a lot of different stuff than he's doing just so you guys get a wider variety of stuff. And also, he's got some merch now, so if you guys want to check that out, I might be buying a shirt. I don't know yet, but anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Top Pops, my top 10 Funko Pops that are the most expensive. Thanks for watching.
You'll always be my baby. You don't understand me. I can't go, I can't leave. You always had a family. You could pick the phone up. We should be some grown-ups. You won't be alone any longer. We'd be so much stronger. Come on, baby G.